Given the life that I had, I went through a very toxic childhood and then I entered into a very toxic relationship. I was sheltered, I was naive, I was overprotected. It was very much a trauma bond within a family setting. And then I would find myself in a traumatic relationship where it was the same. Like, it was like, I don't know if you love me, I don't know if you hate me. Sometimes you love me, sometimes you hate me. Sometimes we're amazing, sometimes we're arguing, sometimes we're fighting, sometimes we're in love, right? So I've always been in this confused place. I've always been stressed out. I've always had a dysregulated nervous system. I've been in therapy for about a year. I've been getting closer to God for about a year. But I would be lying. And a lot of people don't expect this from me, like in real life, but it is what it is. I'm past what people think of me or expect of me. I am a human being too, and I'm trying to learn that about myself. It is extremely hard to not try to crash out people who have wronged you, things that are not fair, and it's really hard to not become what you've went through. The anger, the pain, the hurt. Someone who just gives off, I guess. Maybe I've learned how to hide this for so long, or maybe I've known how to put the front up of like, I'm good, everything's fine. It's hard. It's really hard. Every day I actually want to talk about this in therapy today. I have like thoughts in my head that are not the best, not the greatest, and they're pretty bad. They're like, you know, like crash out worthy stories of like the things that my head brain thinks of sometimes in response to the pain I've been through and the pain I've experienced and the pain that's still stored in my body, because if you don't know, trauma is stored in the body. So when I think of things and I'm just like, yo, I'm ready to go. Right? I'm ready to do something I should not do. Like, it's to the point where I'm just like, yo, I'm about to go to jail. If I do that, I'm gonna go to jail. Like, there's a possibility I'm gonna go to jail. There's a possibility I'm gonna mess up my career that I have going on. I can't do those things. I don't want to really do those things. And I just want you to know that you're not the only one feeling this, right? Especially if you've been through a lot. But I really try to pray to God. I really try to ask him to keep me sane. Really try to go to therapy consistently to get these thoughts out of my head, to talk about them, to process things, to get it out, because this is the problem. We just hold everything in, so then we want to explode, and then we're the angry people. Then we're the people who, oh, she's this, she's that. No, this person is hurt, this person is sad, this person is angry. It is okay and normal to feel like you want to spaz out, you want to crash out, you want to do things, you want to hurt people who hurt you. That is not wrong. Okay, those are natural reactions. As someone who has hidden their emotions for so long, I'm trying to learn how to acknowledge all the emotions, even anger, because that's actually probably the most hurt one out of them all. And anger is honestly sadness on a deeper level. That's all it is. So it's actually a very sad emotion. I feel like a lot of people probably struggle. I know I struggle with this. I'm just feeling like I want to bug out, but I feel like I I I don't want to make it seem like I don't. So I know when I put my story out and talk about things, people be like, "Oh, girl, I don't know how you didn't do this. I don't know how you didn't do that." I don't know either. Okay, and that's why I always say it's God, because I have these thoughts. I have the same thoughts you have when you gonna hear something crazy that I've been through, or I have done crazy things that are not that crazy to me. But I've had thoughts of doing crazier things. But I'm trying to keep myself sane and stable and understand that a lot of things, as much as it may have hurt you, are not worth it at the end of the day. So this is where I'm currently at. I don't know how to process the whole thought, but it was just a way for someone to feel seen and heard if there's something you struggle with. I just try to pray a lot. I just try to listen to gospel music. I try to cry. I try to cry because that is another way to express emotions, where anger can get out the body is through tears. So I will put on some gospel music and literally cry my eyes out instead of acting out a plan in my head that will probably get me in jail. And me and jail just don't go together. Nobody would expect that, okay? And sometimes I think it could happen, but then I'm like, nah, we're not gonna do all that. Like, that's definitely not our path in life. So I just feel like therapy, God, and honestly releasing pain through tears. Girl, you could do some boxing, or guy, you could do some boxing, some sports, something that physically can get you hitting something. That rage room, I really want to go there and let loose, cry, be on the floor in tears, something. Anything but doing something that's going to get you and life messed up over someone's insecurities, someone's worthlessness, and what they did to you. Because what they did to you is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. And yeah, some people may really deserve it, but let God handle that. And don't be waiting to see what they go through by God, because he's not going to show you that. So don't even worry about that. That was in a sermon I watched and I felt very attacked, so I want to attack someone else with that word. Stop waiting for God to show you his dealings with someone else, because that will mean you will become prideful and you're becoming arrogant, and God doesn't want you to be those things.